Right though. How y'all doing today? Just did a spiel on the Chicano Bloods. Check that out. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Yeah. So, I don't know if you guys have this in your city. Out here we have these Lime scooters. These Lime scooters are supposed to be like community scooters, right? For everybody. Everybody. Tim Hennessy, what's going on? Everybody gets a chance to ride the scooter. You can rent the scooter. If you see them anywhere, you can just pick them up. Whatever. Well, they used to give out shenanigans. What's good? They used to give out low-cost scooters, right? Everybody, like if you were on food stamps, if you were on Medicaid or Medicare or any government assistance, TANF or any of that, if you were on any government assistance, they would, they would give you free rides. So I guess they got tired of that. 410, what up? They got tired of that. They decided that too many, I don't know, I guess poor people were riding their scooters. Maybe Lime figures that they were missing out on money or something like that. I don't know exactly. Run them likes up, my friends. Tommy Thunder. And so they've now dropped everybody down to three. Three Lime rides a day. It's like, man, you can't get nothing done. You can't get nothing done with 3 rides. What are you supposed to do? That's one ride to the store, 1 ride back. And then half the time, the scooters that'll be around, it'll be dead. The damn scooter will be dead. So you got to take that scooter, start that scooter, and ride it to another scooter that's not dead. And then you got to take that scooter to wherever you're going to go. And then a scooter back. So that's your 3 rides, right? So half the time you're only getting 1. Run them likes up, my homies. Share the stream, run them likes up, all that. Like, share, subscribe, Krupp, GangGang, Jordan, I see you. What's up with them burgers, homie? What's up with them burgers? Thunder. What's up with the Thunder Gang these days, man? Y'all still recruiting hard or what? Recruiting hard on the internet? Who's running shit in the county, fool? Well, the county I was just in, the cops are running that motherfucker. You ain't running shit in Douglas County. The cops run that motherfucker. Now, in Denver County, like I said, there was more Crips than anything. I would have hated to got into it with the Crips. I'll tell you that, because there was a gang of them fuckers. You know what I mean? But they were cool. They were nothing but cool. There were some Hoovers in there. There's a couple sets of the Hoovers out here. Hoovers are always cool. I mean, I tend to get along with them cats for some reason. I don't know why. But, yeah, double tap the screen. Run them likes up, my friends. Run them likes up. Hook a brother up. You know? Just got out. Need some help. Channel needs some help. Like, share, subscribe, man. But I can't say necessarily anybody was running it in the county. I mean, if it was going to be anybody, it was going to be the Crips, you know. And I even talked to somebody younger, homies, whenever I was in Douglas County. There was some young Chicano Crips in there. And he was Crip, and I could hear by the way he was talking. And I said, let's do a live, Crip, whenever you want. You know what I mean? And I asked him, I said, well, you know, where are you from? Or where's your hood from? And he told me over in Lakewood. These fools are banging over in Lakewood. Now, back in the day, did no gangs claim Lakewood, right? Lakewood there was gangs that you would catch a lot of the Denver gangs crossing over into Lakewood because just across the street, and the street is the hood at Sheridan right here, which is a rough street, right? Right across, it's a track, basically, you know what I mean? Drugs, prostitutes, whatever. It's a rough track. And so you go right across it, and so you would catch a lot of gangbangers out there, but they wouldn't bang Lakewood. The little Crip fool was like, nah, we banging that shit. That's where we from. You know what I mean? That's where we from. And he said they were rolling 30s. And I was like, y'all are rolling 30s in Lakewood, huh? Okay. I didn't even know. And he told me, I said, because, you know, whenever I was in juvenile there was always like a black blood or two running around, but for the most part, it was like there would be 1 or 2 black bloods, there'd be 7 or 8 Mexican bloods, and then there'd be probably 10 or 15 Crips. That's just the way it was. But then again, the West Side and the East Side Crips, much like out there in LA, and get along with each other so much. You know what I mean? They brought the same situation out here. You had the East Side Rolling 30s came out here, and then you had the Compton Front Hoods come out here. So you had a West Side gang and the East Side gang all showed up in the same neighborhood. They didn't really get along. So yeah, make sure you have a good run this time. I'm telling you, homie, my last run was 12 years. Stayed sober for 12 years and got halfway through a master's degree. And unfortunately, 2 of the homies that were Chicano Crips died, and if we're going to be honest, I used it as an excuse, right? I used it as an excuse to fuck my life up. I mean, it did hurt me, but still, we got to be able to push through those things, you know, because life is tragic. Life is hard, you know. You're an arm's distance away from somebody whose marriage is crumbling, you know, because they have an autistic child or cancer. You know what I mean? You're a stone's throw away from somebody with cancer at any given time. I mean, you know what I mean? Tragedy, death. Life could be hard. Life could be hard, and we're all going to die. You know what I mean? Life is hard. And so we got to be able to make it through those times. We got to be able to make it through that stuff. And without catching fucking 17 felonies like my dumb ass. Tommy Thunder, good looking. Alejandro, what you go in for? Man, they wrapped me up. They charged me initially with like 2 stolos, 10 counts of identity theft, and like 5 counts of possession of financial transaction devices is what they charged me with. Now no, I'm not a street guy. I'm not, brother. I'm a college man now. Homie, I'm a college man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to clean it up. I stumbled a little bit, right? 410. But, and then there was some other misdemeanors too. I don't remember exactly. Some, I think fictitious plates. This is all. I'm innocent of all of it, Valdez. I'm innocent of all of it. I'm innocent of all charges. I'm talking about what they charged me with. I'm not talking about what they I bet you did have a tougher life. That's what I'm saying, brother. We all have tougher lives. You know, it's a mistake whenever we try to compare pain, in my estimation, right? Because the fact is, a rich kid from Malibu or wherever you want to go, pick Upper Darby, pick, you know what I mean, Manhattan, whatever. Some rich kid is gonna, they're paying for, we may look at their problems and say, these people ain't got no problems. That's not a problem. Look, this kid's got money. He got parents. He got all this other stuff. You think he doesn't hurt like you? You think his pain doesn't hurt the same that your pain does? Of course he does. He's just got a different set of circumstances that cause him pain. When his lady cheats on him, it hurts just as bad, right? When his parents don't love him, it hurts just as bad, right? Everybody's pain is the same. So it's a mistake to try to compare pain, brother. Try to compare strife and struggle, you know? One thing I noticed out here, and a woman from Chicago told me this. A woman, she was a social worker from Chicago. And she told me, she said, you guys don't realize how good you have it. And I said, you know, why? Why? Why is it so good? She goes, you guys can read. She goes, I've been dealing with kids in Chicago that can't even fucking read. She goes, you guys out here, you guys are educated. School system's decent. You know what I mean? There's money. There's generally money, like they haven't squandered it all like in some of these bigger cities. You know what I mean? The Democrats squander everything. They make a committee to inspect a committee to investigate a committee, and then all the money's dried up, and there ain't no damn money for the little black kids that are out there running the streets, right? Out here, there's at least money. So if you mess up, there's resources. King Family Fun, Dub, Mr. Know-It-All over here. Foul's Mouth Tub. I don't know what that means. What, Dub the Come Up? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not Dub the Come Up. What, you think I'm Dub with a beard? Is that what I look like, Dub the Come Up with a beard? Jeremy, oh, I missed it. Jeremy, go, I don't understand why. Why would you want to argue with someone you don't know that you have a tougher life and that they didn't get? Yeah, I mean, everybody's life is pain, brother. We all gonna die, you know. I feel just like you. My pain's just like yours. Hardworking man, Gangish, I am who I say I am. What are you gonna do? My life is way harder than you ever been. Oh, well, I guess you're super hard then, brother. I don't want no problems, homie. No quieres problemas, homie. You know what I mean? I just want to live my life. Tough guy. Tough guy 13. That's what we call him out here. Let's see. People look for reasons to be down and out. I know, right? Like it's a badge of honor, homie, to go through this shit. Shouldn't be proud of it, you know what I mean? The struggle. The struggle sucks. Hardworking man is Tub to come up, Tub to come. Oh, Tub to come up. Pain is different. We come up different. Oh, okay. Well, pain is different. I'd like to see you quantify that. Pain is different. I didn't know your pain was more severe than mine, brother. Please. You should have a channel. You know what I mean? If you've been through all that, and you were right at the finish line. Everything's straightened off the rest of that. Oh, yeah, homie, I'm going for a PhD this time. Last time they gave me a chance, I gave them 12 years of sobriety and got halfway through a master's. And I'm thinking about changing my master's to what's called. I'm thinking about changing my master's to machine learning if I can wrap my head around all this math. I've been studying math the whole time I was in the county more. I'm about a third of the way through a pre-calculus course on the Dovo app. People that come out of good or rich families, ass backwards. Gangish, I'm not disrespecting the way you read the comment was like it was towards you. That was not towards you. No, hardworking man, I'm nothing like you. I'm not that tough. You can't prove anything about my life. Oh, anybody who been through anything should be able to see the authenticity. Should hear the authenticity in my voice. So that makes me think that maybe you capping, homie. How long did you do? Feel like I ain't seen an interview from you in a hot one. Okay, so here's the thing. I started messing up. I started getting high. And I have a little bit of an ethics built into me now that I've been through college a little bit. I understand ethics a little more, and I know that for my professional career, it's going to be a real bad look for me to be on YouTube while I'm doing drugs and collecting donations and super chats and things of this nature from YouTube. That's not ethical, because those donations are going to end up going towards drugs, because that's the nature of drug use. And that's a big reason why I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't been on YouTube for about a year. I really haven't. I pop up every once in a while to say stuff, say hi or whatever, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't come on here and have people donate to me and send me money and all this other stuff and then be sending it on drugs. So I decided to go do my drugs by myself. And then I went to the county for like 60 days. I've been in the county for like 60 days. If you asking how long I did about a little under 10 years in the joint. I went in whenever I was 18. I did 4 years as a juvenile. I've done 4 years in solitary confinement in the penitentiary out here, 23-1. I've been through every form of psychological torture that the Department of Corrections has to offer out here, including something they call special control, which is Big Footski, what up? And including what they call special control. Special control is so basically what they do, I'm going to describe this to you. So special control, whenever I got into it with that bloodful, a couple months into the joint, they put me in a hole. I was in the hole for like 25 days, and the cats in the hole